All right, everybody, without further ado, let me introduce you to the SEMA 2025 build. So here we go, a 2012 C63 W204. For those of you guys who followed the last build, I'm sure you can kind of guess what we're gonna do with this car. And for those of you that do not know, well, go look up a 2012 or W204 DTM race car, and that will be this car. Not soon, but by SEMA for sure. And a quick recap on this specific car, just like the last one, it is very, very beat up. Actually, I wouldn't say as quite as beat up. It has been in a couple accidents, but hey, that's where you gotta start, right? With a project car like this. That's what makes it the most fun, to transform something that's so beat up into something that's absolutely crazy. And just like all AMGs, you got the, I think it's a 6.2 or 6.3 V8 out in the front. This car has a lot of miles, 154,000 miles. And well, while most of you may say to yourself like, damn, that's a little too much, we ain't wasting any time with this car. The entire engine is gonna get pulled out of the car, fully rebuilt by PTG. If you guys haven't heard of them, they're like, I think one of the few guys in LA that can do like bespoke, completely balanced, all forged everything internals of an AMG engine that will, you know, can support a lot of power. As you can see, it's seen some better days. It's absolutely disgusting. Paint is cracking. Fenders aren't exactly aligned. We got some dents there. Of course, the fake carbon fiber. And then you got your another dent right there. The bumper's not exactly lining up, but like I said, that's what makes it the most fun, right? Turning something so beat up like this into making it something very cool. We're heading straight to PTG. We'll introduce those guys and then see what we're gonna do exactly to the engine in depth. And guys, I'm gonna take you through the whole process of the engine building. I mean, sorry, not engine building, the body kit fabrication journey, I guess you could say. This will be the first time we will have like full control from A to Z basically. So I get to show you you know, the whole process of the carbon and like the CAD, R&D, all that good stuff. And for that, we do have to go overseas for that. Unfortunately, but also fortunately, you know, that's where you of course save the most money. And just like the last one, just like the W202, I want to make this affordable for you guys. Alright, she goes, guys. She does go. When you guys like first get in a car that you just first purchased, do you guys get kind of nervous? As far as the engine, there's also like many options we can do going on. Like what path do we go with that? Do we do this like insane crazy power, or just kind of keep it not normal but like more mild for this version 1 stage of this car? And then guys, because we have full control over this time, oh my god, the body kit, dude, there's already renders. We have what we're gonna show you guys pretty soon, but oh my god, woo, I cannot wait for this one. Hold up a second, guys. We're gonna come back to the engine probably in the next video when it's all done. They're taking a little bit longer than expected because how insane the engine is gonna be. I don't want to say too much. You guys will see in the next video, so let's run the next clip. And just like that, we are back where we started last year. This time, not with one car, not with 2 cars, but as of right now, I think there are 4. But what do you mean by 4? That is a story for another time. We got an interior to rip out now, so let's get started. Dude, everything has just been moving so fast. I mean, so many things have been changing. All of a sudden now we are going to take another version of the W202 DTM car, as well obviously as the W204 DTM car. So today we're going to be showing you kind of the assembly line process and like what we're going to do and just all the updates that's happening. So let's get started. So basically right here, those are a little production line of basically assembly and disassembly of the cars we will be building. So ironically, these 2 cars are the cars that will be going to SEMA this year. This one is the version 2, I guess you could say, of the yellow car right there. So it will be a little bit more aggressive than that one. And of course, the W204 DTM, which will be a huge huge showstopper. So the goal today is to get both interiors stripped so we can send it out and get redone. So I guess we can start with this car since you guys have not seen this one before. It is another C43, the exact same year as the yellow one, 1998. So I'm gonna run down some things I learned from the last one before purchasing this car. You know, stuff to look out for, all that stuff. One thing that will save you guys a ton of money if you wanna go down this route of building yourself a DTM car is try to find yourself a car with decent paint. With paint, you can either restore, hire some good polisher, paint that's like, you know what I mean, like you can refurbish, because paint alone is going to cost you, you know, if you're looking for a good paint, easily $10,000. Another thing I learned is try not to get a car that's hit. Even though the yellow car has no frame damage, it was hit right here and made installing this quarter panel just so much more difficult than it needed to be if I just got a car like this that has a clean history and all of that good stuff. And the next one seems kind of obvious, but you'll be surprised. It's kind of tempting when the price is that low. Get a car that runs and is like pretty much mechanically sound. Try to, you know, don't get a car with any check engine light, because all these things I'm saying, you think you're saving money like up front, but then on the back end when you have to fix it anyway, it's gonna catch up to you and you're gonna think to yourself like, I should just bought a good one. And interior is another one. I know for a lot of people, like if an interior is like decent, a lot of people will just leave it, but for us, it's always 100% gotta have to redo it. So I mean, for you guys, if you can save yourself an interior job, so if you can save yourself the hassle of finding a car with a clean interior, that's just one less thing you gotta do. Jumping back to the C63 interior, I'm gonna kind of go through what our plans are with this one. So for this one, we're gonna go pretty much all out. Every single thing in here is gonna be replaced. Yes, including the dash, which as you can see, I've started to disassemble. I think we're not gonna do the flannel thing anymore. We are gonna go with a more kind of luxurious option with some very, very expensive leather. No, not red, and no, not black. And of course, a mix of Alcantara. And quite honestly, I think we're gonna do the same thing with a new to us C43 that we're gonna take to SEMA. Again, all of this has a meaning, and I will explain throughout the video. Enough talking though, I gotta get to work on getting apart this dash. And really quickly guys, quick suggestion or tip for you guys if you ever have to do any dash work, put every single screw in a separate bag, and if you're unplugging something, label it every single time. And if you don't know what it's called, use what I call the number system, which is 1 goes with 1, 2 goes with 2, and so on. It will, I promise you, it will save your life when you have to put it all back together. I am taking the glove box screws off and just putting it and labeling it in the glove box screw bag. You know what's interesting when doing this? You can kind of tell if something has been messed with before because of the just looking at like the head of the bolts. It's not like stripped, but you can tell someone has been down there before. All right, so far so good. Glove box out, those little vents out, this middle piece out, and next is the radio. Damn, Mercedes really didn't want you to take these rear seats out. How are you supposed to get to that? All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna work on getting this screw out. We're gonna do a little story time of what I mentioned earlier with, there's 4 cars. So basically, remember in the previous video, oh my God, this is not, what the fuck, man? Jesus Christ. Hold on one second. Ratchet wrench. So remember how I was talking about in a previous video, how like all this car stuff is cool and all, but at the end of the day, if it turns into like a black hole for your wallet, you know, there's only so much you can do with it. So, you know, and this is learning from the bus, then the C43, and then now this car, that there are markets for this car. Now, it might not be like a huge market, it might be pretty niche, but hey, there's enough people in this world where even a niche market, to your surprise, is actually a lot of people. Yes. Now, what I mean by that is the C63 will be the first car we're doing that is more focused toward the, I don't want to like make it sound like bad, like, oh, we're hunting for money, because it's definitely not that. This is not our main source of income, but we are approaching this more toward a business angle, meaning, you know, selling the car itself. If you want a finished car, selling the body kit, and yeah, just learning from the bus and the C43, and then everything we're doing, you're gonna see it's a lot more, I would say, taken to the next level, a lot more money invested into this. Because remember, the C43, it was just me personally doing it, basically testing it out, saying, hey, like, there's a market, Mercedes, that there's not really anything out there for like aftermarket parts. So I personally saw like a gap in the market. So to my surprise, actually, when we went to SEMA, or when I went to SEMA and displayed the C43, the amount of people that came up to it, I know we've discussed this before, was absolutely crazy. So I brought that to my colleagues, my business partners, and we're like, all right, this should be good enough. This is the third time's a charm, pretty much. This is the third car we're doing it. We're doing this to, the third car we're doing this to, so let's give it 110% this time. Not saying that the other ones weren't 110%, but through this process, you guys will see like the, I don't know how to describe it, like the magnitude of the build, the magnitude of the factory, the part quality, the interior is gonna be going to even beyond the VW bus. And that, my friends, brings me to the point we were talking about where, okay, there's 4 cars now. How does that make sense? There's just the C63 and then the new C43 to promote the new body kit, right? Well, you guys gotta remember, some people have been following us since the VW and have recognized that, like, holy crap, like, these guys do really, what's the right word, like, bespoke builds, and the quality is really, really good. And in my personal opinion, the people you're dealing with, which is us and then my other business partner, like, at the end of the day, guys, we're car guys, and like I said, this is not our main source of income, so like, we're not looking to like price gouge anybody or something like that. So a lot of people have been noticing that, and well, basically 2 cars have already been purchased from us, fully built cars. So those 2 additional cars to our 2 cars are actually customer cars, and the kit's not even out yet.
I think I got it. Oh yeah. Got it.
So yeah, I mean, it's basically like pretty cool, man. Like, this started out as a passion project, and now at the point of the C63 has officially turned into an actual business. So I'm excited about this one, guys. And like, this is my passion, man. Like, I think about this every single second of every single day when I lie in bed, all that stuff. So I'm a deep believer in passion people that's very transparent through their work. And let's just say you guys will see that passion through the finished result of the C63. And also, quick tip, guys, all these screws here, there and there, were all mounted to the chassis. So if, in this case, for like all this interior stuff, I personally recommend you bolting it back into where they came out of.
There you go. Return to your home, little buddy.
And also remember, or at least for us, the interior is not going to be going in for a long time. So, you know, if you're taking this out and putting it somewhere, or especially giving it to someone like an interior guy, they're going to lose it. That'll do it for today, guys. Yeah, welcome back. 2025 is a much bigger year than last year, or even 2022 when we did the buses. I hope you guys can appreciate like the angle we're coming from with this build, and hope you enjoy the build series. Up next is picking up the engine. It will be fully installed in the car, and then the video after that will either be the interior or revealing like the whole, like physically you guys will be able to see the entire shape of the C63 body kit. And then yeah, I'm gonna try to keep this series pretty short and condensed. I won't try to like drag it along. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, a month before SEMA, both cars will be fully done. That's the plan. That's the goal. We don't want to be doing this last minute thing like the bus, like the C43. And if that's the case, we might do a private event here at our warehouse because we have a lot of space. And yeah, maybe you guys get to see it before SEMA. So until next time, hope you guys enjoy the series. Have a good one. See you later.